Hey everyone, it's Crystal, a vlogger with NuSplash, and today I wanted to share my thoughts on a conversation I had with a male associate of mine. The topic came about because we were talking about violence, and he shared with me how he's against violence of any kind, and I said, as long as it's in self-defense, I'm all for it. And if it's not for self-defense, then I'm against it. And I laid out my reasons for why I felt that way, and he agreed with me. But then it really got me to think and ponder further how we as women have so much to be concerned with in this society that we live in regarding violence towards us, and just it seems like an all-out assault on womanhood, motherhood, and all things feminine. One of the examples I shared with my associate was how women are attacked, even killed, for simply saying no, for simply rejecting a man. We are, we face danger by saying no to a guy. It could really end our life. And I don't think people really realize the magnitude of that issue. And it's such a pervasive thought process. I remember looking at a story with a woman who was a victim of one of these attacks. And you saw quite a few guys in there who basically were turning around on the victim, saying that she should have been compliant, and then you have people of the school of thought that she should have been compliant, and then you have those who said that she shouldn't have been out in the first place because she was a mom. But long story cut way short, they were all pointing the atrocity back at the victim. And it just boggled my mind how womanhood in general is constantly under attack. And within the realm of motherhood, there's a book I haven't had the chance to read yet, but it's definitely on my must-read list. Talks about the price of motherhood, and what it costs us in this society, in the U.S. We're, to be such a developed nation, we're one of the few countries in the developed world who treats motherhood so poorly, and just regards it with we regard it in such a low light. And it's evident with employers, with how you get penalized for having a family, when, having children is supposed to be a catalyst for the society, and you're giving birth to would-be future leaders, creators, scientists, and innovators of the world, but it gets regarded so poorly. We don't really get a lot of time off when we give birth, a lot of paid time off. 6 weeks is crazy to me, and 3 months is not really that much better. We, as far as taking time off and things of that nature, it always feels like kind of a burden. Like you feel like you're a burden to the company for wanting to spend more time with your family and trying to balance it all. You get penalized for wanting to be a good mom. And I just was thinking about how as women we're taught early on, don't wear this because it might attract the wrong attention. When you see a group of guys walking down the street, go to the other side because they could be potential attackers. Don't drink. Don't put your drink down in front of a guy because, they might slip something in it. Make sure you carry pepper spray. or tasers or whatever weapon of your choice. You know, we're indoctrinated with, we must, you know, all the time be on our guard and trying to protect ourselves. And men are not giving the message to learn what consent is, and to, you know, not attack. And of course, not all. Of course, it should be common sense, but I like to reiterate, I'm not talking about all. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, and I know not all men are bad. But you can't ignore the sickness of the, you know, the ideology we deal with in society and how it's not friendly to women. And it kind of feels like they hate, you know, womanhood is hated. The way it's constantly under scrutiny, the way we're constantly attacked, and the way we have to, just to simply exist in this world, we constantly have to be on our guard. And the reason I wanted to discuss this is because I really have been thinking of ways to implement solutions where we can make things safer for women and girls and work together as a society to provide a safe haven for its female inhabitants. So yes, that concludes my video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I would love to hear your thoughts and ideas for how society as a whole can move forward in being a more female-friendly space. And until next week, hope you guys are blessed. Bye.